Okay. So when I'm talking about Zelensky, I'm saying like this is a guy who became president who was a comedian and an actor on TV. That's kind of suspicious, is it not? I know like Ronald Reagan, Donald Trump, and all that, but like that's clearly like they've been injected in because they're a famous face. Politics don't really matter. It's more of like just having someone that people like, as PR. I feel like it's failed miserably because everyone just sees them as a fucking clown. Like you can't look me in the eyes and tell me people actually like admire Trump because he's literally just killing like he's he's doing all this shit to make life like with the tariffs. I like people forget about the tariffs. Tariffs literally fucked over like the entire system, and that was pretty recent. That like sent the fucking business all the way back. And instead of like cracking down on like politicians and where the money goes to, he decides, okay, uh, like a lot of things in politics is like, how do we funnel this money to something that could be helpful? Charities, a lot of charities need to be like fucking looked into because they're not going to the right people and then being used like so poorly. Uh, I remember like growing up with Troca, which is like an Irish one. That's fucking fake. That's fucking fake. And every single like Sunday when we go to church, we'd go in, we'd put the money in, and we'd put in a decent amount of money. It might not be a decent amount for you, but we put in like €5 every single week, and €5 might be might not be a lot to you, but it adds up over time. Like for how many days a week? 360 x 5. That's like a lot of money. Uh, so yeah, it's kind of annoying, and it's like, do we put into housing? Do we do this? Do we do this? Let me tell you how to fix Ireland. It's really, really not that simple. I mean, it's really, really simple, is what I'm trying to fucking say. Uh, you just fucking stop allowing companies to like come in, buy housing estates, fuck over everybody who wants a house, drive the money up all the way up. Stop with like you can literally fix the housing estate by doing that. You can put a tax on people, maybe, for like I don't know. If you want to encourage things, I'm not saying like we have to be like China in like their like century where they had like a fucking horrific amount of. They had like the lowest like birth rate in like the middle of their history, and what they did was like put a $1 billion tax on like everybody who would not have kids, and that's what fixed their like pretty much the whole birth rates was forcing people to have kids, or else you're just going to fucking super hell. But like we can do this ethically, where it's like it's I don't know. People want to have kids. Everybody wants to have fucking kids. I don't care who you are. I don't care like what you are. And if you're like, oh, I don't want to do it because it's gonna be bad. Everybody fucking wants them. I was talking to my friend the other day, and I've known him for so long. He's always been like, I don't want to have kids. I want to have kids. Now he's hit the ripe age at 20. He's like, maybe I should have kids. Maybe when I'm older. I never said I didn't fucking want to have. Yeah, I remember what you fucking said. I have the best memory in the world. But yeah, I don't think there's anybody who doesn't want to have kids. It's fucking strange with all these things happening. Especially like, and I don't like talking about immigration. I don't like fucking getting into it because it's always like a fucking hard subject to talk about. Because there's people who just want to have a better life. They come over here, whatever. If there's a system allowing like people to have better things, they're gonna come over and take it. Especially when like the Saudi government are paying people to come over. They're paying people like a livable wage to come over and like study. And like why can't we do that for like our students then? Like I know like Saudi's rich or whatever, but they're leaking money. They're leaking so much money that they bought Mr. Beast, they're building like team packs, Dubai. It's going to shit. I know you have like idiots who always like go over there and do all that shit, but you know what I mean? There's so many things we could like do to fix the world, but we just, or at least a country, but like send 150 million to Ukraine so they can continue to get the fucking buildings turned to rubble, and we can kill like innocent fucking Russians who probably just don't give a fuck. They're just trying to like live because they're victims too. They're victims of like all this gay shit. Oh, just I don't know. the amount of people who die and the amount of families that get teared apart just because some people want to like own more or be richer, you know? It's crazy. In my world, nobody dies except people who kill other people, you know? And if people like do something bad like SA, can we just send them to like super jail? Can we just have like a jail of like the most rapiest people alive and like put them in that? Because like I feel like that would be a good way of like not having criminals commit acts. Like, oh, you do this, you're going to go to super jail, super hell. It'd be a big wake up call for some people. You know? I'm kind of pissed off with this drawing because I didn't leave myself a lot to think about. I kind of just, I'm forcing myself to go back over it again in like pen. It's kind of annoying a bit because like, I don't know. I used to do a lot. I think I'll make another video then a bit of like all my drawings ever. Not ever, but like of growing up, and I have about a few folders worth of it. I can get it done easily. And it'd be nice to show you guys my folders, you know. It's, to be honest, it's actually really nice to kind of just talk to something, especially like when you have so many like thoughts in your head, and it's very hard to kind of not spit out fact, but like just talk, you know. Like I'm not right about everything, I know that, but like it's nice to have an outlet where I'm kind of allowing myself to speak. It's very, very comfy. I'd love to do like React content, but I feel like it's too fucking lazy. I feel like, I don't know, I wouldn't say I'm like the funniest guy in the world, but I'd have a lot to say. And yeah, I feel like I'd say something funny maybe. Or maybe something kind of a bit weird and out of place. And maybe a bit racist, but it would be funny to someone, you know? This is reminding me of Persona a bit. If you ever played those games, they are actually so fun. I remember like playing one near the end of like secondary school, and it like changed my way of seeing everything. I like took like a time structure around it as well, where it's like, because in Persona it's like you have the daytime, which is for school or whatever, and then you have the nighttime, which is for you. Even if you had to do homework, get it over with as fast as possible, so you can spend time, because the real value in this world is people, you know. And I might be very negative like a lot of the time, but it is true, you know. You never know how long you have people for, so it's very, very important to kind of be grateful. I remember watching like a video about like German people, and they say we don't say like I love you a lot, and it's kind of strange because in my family there was a period of time where like I wouldn't think it's normal to say it, but I think after my uncle died, it really like hit me with like, oh fuck, we're not like living forever. We're like counting down on a clock. So instead of like being obsessed with that, it's like be aware that you're inside a clock, you know? Like there's a fucking timer, but at the same time enjoy things, you know? Take things fucking slowly if you have to. I know people like go into this race of like, oh, I have to do this. Oh, I don't have time to be doing this. But a lot of like, I fully believe like things come to you at a certain amount of time, you know? Like you don't have to fucking be doing so much. Sometimes you're meant to be doing things. I like the idea of like destiny. And like here's another thing I like. I like the concept in Hinduism, I think, is it? Of like rebirth, you know? like a phoenix coming back as something else. It's actually a really nice like way of thinking, and it's very positive. And I'm not tied to like a specific religion. Like I'd say like Catholic on any document, but in reality, I don't like kind of. I'm not strict. I'm not very. I have my ideas about it. I feel like the Bible is meant to be up for interpretation. You know. It's kind of annoying that this is coming to an end in 5 minutes. I think in the next video I'll fucking talk about that. I have a lot of videos to be making. Holy shit. But I have a lot to say. You know. Not much time to say it. Kind of annoying, but that's life, you know? That's life. We don't pick and choose. I really, really like this drawing. I feel like it's really cool. The only thing that's annoying is like adding all the text to you because there's a lot of info in the front just to tell you like the location. This is kind of I think it's the second page, maybe the first. Just introducing everything, setting up the world. So it's kind of important. But yeah, we're gonna treat it as if it's, you know, just another day. It might be the opening chapter, but you know what? Doesn't have to be perfect. And there's beauty in that. A lot of people don't kind of realize, you know. No stress. Brick via brick. Fuck. Oh. It kind of does surprise me how many like people are alive and who are actually like kind of dumb. And I know it's like kind of you're dumb as well, but like I mean it like the amount of people who grow to fame and actually dumb as bricks. It's really, really like shocking. A lot of people like YouTubers in specific, the amount of people who like do scams and shit even when they get to the top. In fairness, some of them have to because like the page is so shit nowadays. Like everyone has a page, like a Patreon and all that. Back in the fucking day of YouTube Prime, when like, and I'm not blaming it on the new CEO, but he is the fucking blame. At least like with Susan Rajabi, where the fucking name was, she was able to keep things afloat. Like you would still get like ads and stuff, you know. But nowadays it feels very I don't know. People are like basically barely living. At least that's how they act. I don't know if it's true. These are the ones I did today as well. I'm very, very happy. Very, very cool.